Okay, in this video we're going to teach you how to do a loop jump from start to finish. I'm going to show you different progressions and some different entries as well, so you can get your loop jump on the ice. Now, loop is very different to your other jumps that you've learned so far, are all what we call transfer jumps. They change feet, so they're somewhat quite similar. You've learned your first waltz jump, 3 jump, and the toe loop and the salchow both feel kind of like that waltz jump, 3 jump feeling. The loop is essentially a 1-footed jump, it's a hop. So it's what we call an axis jump because it takes off and lands on the same side. It doesn't swap like the other jumps. So this is a brand new feeling for you. Let's give you a demonstration first of all. I'm going to show you this from an inside 3 turn. As I inside 3, I want to cross my foot in front and stay in this position to perform my 1-footed hop into my landing position. Okay, what's important to remember with loop is after your 3 turn, it has to hook on the ice. It's an edge jump. So we're looking for a good hook shape on the ice. So 3 turn, wait, hop. In a nutshell, this is what I would say to someone. 3 turn, leg comes forward, wait till I'm forward. There's a good hook. And then I do the hop from there. So that's it in a nutshell, but let's break it right down from the beginning. We're gonna go over to the barrier. I'm an anti-clockwise jumper. I'm gonna hold the wall with my left hand, do my right inside 3 towards the wall, and as I do that, I'm gonna bring my left foot forward. So now my hips and my shoulders are facing towards the barrier, about 45 degrees. I'm gonna keep that position as I rotate round on my toe pit to forward, where I bend and hop from there. Let me do that again a little bit quicker. So I go inside 3, cross, everything comes around, but I keep this left side forward facing the wall and land in the same position before letting go into my landing position. Inside 3, cross, everything comes around, but I keep the right side forward facing the wall and land in the same position before letting go into my landing position. So, to start out here, here's literally what I would do. The first progression, I would do inside 3 and cross over. Go to 2 feet, it's easier to balance. What's likely to happen with this exercise is your shoulder will carry on going. So this is generally what we get. Inside 3, cross, and the left side goes like this. So you need to make sure that left shoulder stays forward by pushing it into the circle. As part of that cross, not just the leg going, I'm moving this in and I'm fighting it. It's gonna keep pulling and I need to fight it. Once you get the hang of that on 2 feet, I'm gonna try and do it onto 1 foot. Now, you won't be able to hold this for long, but we're gonna try and fight for a bit and then put your foot down. Or cross over, that's just as good. That's because that's naturally gonna swing around this right side because it's our axis. So it starts to swing round. Now, instead of trying to fight it at this point, I'm gonna use the swing to help me. So I'm gonna do the inside 3, cross, I'm gonna allow it to swing where I'm gonna bend my knee and jump. Hopefully to backwards. Let's start on 2 feet. You could even do this to forward. So we'll do inside 3, bend to forward, just as a starting place. But the goal in the end is to get to backward. Inside 3, cross, wait for the hook, bend to backwards. Okay? So 3 turn, wait. How long are we waiting? We're waiting until you're facing forward. So you should know where forward is. If I do my 3 turn, I'm backwards. This is backwards. I wait till I'm forward before I hop, like that. On the ice, there's a hook on the ice. It's not cheating. It is still a backward takeoff because my foot's traveling backwards. I'm just waiting until I'm nearly forward to take off. Okay, and then in the air, I'm gonna try and keep this position and land in the end in this position. Inside 3, cross, wait to forward, hop, and onto 1 foot from there. If you're struggling with the hopping and you keep changing feet like this is a common problem. You go to here and pull forward or even land on this foot first. it's a really good exercise to just stand on one leg and practice hopping. Good idea to do this on the barrier as well, because the last thing we want to do is hop and be too far backwards. So start on the wall with that one and then do it out here, okay? Let's talk about each body part. The right inside three should have a nice bend on the knee. Down, up for the turn, down, up for the jump. Loop jump actually takes off from the toe, even though it's an edge jump. We hit the toe right at the end of the hook. So as I press down, flat foot, then toe pick as I take off through there. By hitting the toe, you're using your ankle as well to get your height. You'll get a lot more spring out of your jump. The left leg is kind of just there for the ride, so it's going to do its job of checking and crossing in. You can lift the knee and get a bit more height from that. So as I take off, I'm actually lifting, but what I'm not doing is opening. So I keep the cross as I lift from there, yeah? The left arm's generally going to stay in front of me and just come in. The right arm's back here. We need this nice strong press back, especially for the double, but for now, it's just as important for the single. As I bring this down, it's not just coming round, it's going to come down and up and round. So it's giving me a bit of a lift as well as rotation. So watch the arms this time. Left arm stays forward, right arm drops down and up through there. If we put all that together, we're going to lift the knee, hit the toe, scoop the arm. You'll get a nice high loop jump, bounce, lift, and exit from there. Okay, that's the forward inside three takeoff. You can do the same from backwards. For the backward takeoff, a bit more detail in this one. So, first thing we're going to do is set your loop position. So, I'm actually on two outside edges here. My left foot's in front and it's slightly crossed in front of the right. And if you can see, both feet very slightly outside edge. 90% of my weight is on the back foot, ready to hop and push up into my jump. I'm just resting the front foot on the ice to stop it from spinning like this. So that's all that foot's there for. From here, you want to be able to guide your hook with your hips. So not from here, is what everyone does. From your hips, curves round. See how the shoulders didn't move? Set position, hips, round. So I'm able to turn a tighter curve deep in the edge using my hips and leaning slightly in to guide that round. Once I've set that up on 2 feet, I've tightened the edge, I'm going to lift the front foot up and that's going to make me pivot around my axis. So around this right side, if I lift this front foot off the ice, it makes me want to spin around that side. And that's where your rotation comes from. So I'm going to do that in the air. Set it up on 2, start the hook, lift the front leg and hop. And there's enough rotation there for my single loop. So from backward crosses, we would do that setup. Cross, cross, set position, check first, then move, lift the front leg and hop. And if you wanted to, you could do that from a mohawk. Mohawk, set and go. Another common entry you might see. It's a bit more complicated, more for the double because it creates more tension. Or step wide, pull back and do a slight change of edge, and then bring it round for the loop takeoff. Possibly don't need that for a single, but that should be everything you need. And this is a funny analogy bit. I call it a fish hook. And we say, can you catch a fish on it? Because if it doesn't hook enough, you're not going to catch a fish, it's just going to fall off the end. So I try and follow this shape from my inside 3 cross, shoulders are in, round the hook and hop. So I'm pretty much forward on the toe pick when I leave the ice. Let me know how you get on. Leave me a comment in the comments below. If it helped you, you want to see another video, also let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.